Hello. How are you? Fine. Fine, okay. Life is great. Fine. That sounds okay. That sounds okay to offer you because really I'm not okay. Not great at the moment. Fine. Because that's what society expects, isn't it? So today's counselling conversation is going to have a look around why all of us, and we all do it at times, why we offer fine when really we're not. Do we use the joke technique? Oh yes, it's great apart from being frazzled, kindling, and it's all good, and yes, I've not had a decent night's sleep in 25 years, but apart from that, it's all great. You know, this replacing my anxiety, it's playing up with, oh, this is happening, the impacts of it, and offering that instead of just saying, actually, I'm having a really difficult couple of days at the moment, my anxiety's playing up. But you know what? I know it's not going to stay forever, and I know it'll come back round again. Do you want to go for a coffee? That would be great. That would be really helpful. Let's just have a general conversation. You know, it's all of these things that are being missed by offering fine, the joke, you know, the ignoring technique. Hi, how are you? Oh, it's cold today, isn't it? Oh, I've been so busy. The kids have been doing that. Work's dreadful. You know, I'm just going to ignore the fact that you asked, how are you? Or I'm going to flip it right back at you. Oh yeah, how are you? You know, it's doing these techniques which we are offering a little shield back rather than just saying, I'm not particularly great at the moment, or I'm struggling, or, you know, I lost my mum a while back and I still have down days. It's still not great. You know, what were the things that were helpful for you? Because I know you lost your mum a couple of years ago. It's all of those sharing of the emotional content that as a society, we tend to not really encourage. There's loads of memes, there's loads of social media about, you know, be kind to yourself, it's okay to not be okay. But actually, if you meet me in the street and I'm not okay, are you really going to offer me a moment of your time? Not even advice, not even solutions, but just a moment of your time so that I can offer back that actually I'm having a really rubbish time. And that should be okay. Because if you ask me how I am, wouldn't it be nice if you really meant it? And so all of us, can we work ourselves forward into being part of an open society that asks because we want to know, that asks because we actually care? If not, just go straight to the weather. You know, is it helpful to not be okay with somebody else not being okay? You know, we can post as many positive memes in the world as we want to, but actually with human contact, somebody that you meet on Zoom, somebody that you have a phone call with, a text, any of those things, why can't we just say, actually, I'm pretty rubbish, but thank you for asking, because that's really what helps. That's what matters. In a counselling conversation, we can explore our emotional content, but in a safe way. When somebody says, how are you? It might not be appropriate to offload 2 hours of the deepest, darkest moments of your life to this person at that time. But actually within a counselling conversation, together in the session, we can work with having a look at what do people really mean when they say, how are you? And how can we be helpful to society and ourselves as a whole to just slightly push those borders and those parameters to actually offer real content, but in an appropriate way? Because in some ways, how are you? And I don't really want to know, or how are you, and I'm really going to tell you as though this is a counselling conversation, that's just as inappropriate. So it's finding how we push those borders to the acceptance of just a little insight, a little bit of kindness in return, and being able to hold that space for each other, that not everybody you meet in the street is actually going to say, I'm hunky-dory, because they are. Please subscribe, leave comments, be helpful to each other, and take care. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.